So here we are at one of my latest purchases, which is in fact one of my favourite purchases I have done this year. Now, why would a 3-bedroom semi-detached property in Derby be one of my favourite properties I have bought in 2024? Well, come inside, take a look around and find out why it is actually lucrative. Do his magic around the property and give you a tour. Now, this is a 3-bedroom semi-detached house in Derby. We secured it for around £190,000. And when I say around 190, that's the nearest 10,000 I'm going to. It was 187,000 we got it for. So 190. Refurb on this is going to be around 150,000. So we're looking at an outlay with stamp and legals of about 355 to 360,000 pounds. Why? Why have I bought a 3-bedroom semi-detached house and am I going to spend all that money when my bricks and mortar valuation is going to be around £300,000? The reason? This is going to be a HMO, 6-bedroom, all en suites, all singing, all dancing. The location is Derby. Now, for any of you that are in property, for any of you that are not in property, let me explain about Derby. Derby, I have been talking about for the last 18 months. And Derby has been an untouched gem for the last 5 years. Now, everybody wants to invest in Derby. Derby is about to become, in 2025, an Article 4 direction area, meaning all permitted development rights are gone and you do not have the HMOs in the areas that you can just turn into them yourselves without any planning permission. That's been abolished. Is that the right word? Abolished? Yes, it has. It's gone. 2025, you will need planning to turn a property into a HMO. So people now are jumping all over these properties in Derby. This one cost me 190. I've been offered 220, 225, 230 because prices have gone up and the market has dried up with these types of properties because people are snapping them up. 6 bedrooms, all en suites. Do they work in Derby? Of course they work. Otherwise I wouldn't have purchased this one and many more that I have been purchasing in Derby for the last 18 months because I knew about the HMO Article 4 direction coming into play and I knew what it meant. So, end users, NHS, supported living, working professionals. The postcode that this property is in Derby actually works for all of those. And when you're here and you see the scope and the size, you will understand why it can be a 6-bedroom. If you don't have that imagination or that creative side to you, let me explain it to you. 6 bedrooms, all en suites, a communal living space, a kitchen, a garden that is the size of a football pitch, which means it's expensive, a great project, a great development, big money, it will work correctly, and guess what? It was sourced for me by a sourcer. I talk about sources are needed, sources are wanted, especially for people like me, cash rich, time poor. It works. They go out, they do the job, they get paid, I end up with things like this. So if you guys want to get involved in my deal sourcing division, if you guys want to get involved in my 6-week deal sourcing intensive, the link is below. Get paid to source properties like this for investors like me.